Race runoff. The fight for LA mayor is down to two people: billionaire real estate developer Rick Caruso and Congresswoman Karen Bass. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. Bass and Caruso were far ahead of everyone else in the field after primary voting Tuesday, so now they will advance to the November runoff.
We are going to build the Los Angeles of the future. We're in a fight for the soul of our city, and we are going to win the fight. Thank you.
We can put City Hall back in the service of people, and we can do it together. We will do it together, and our dreams will come true. God bless the city of Los Angeles, and thank you very much, everybody.
November's election will determine who succeeds Mayor Eric Garcetti, who's termed out of office. Garcetti said he probably will not endorse a candidate. The race for Los Angeles County Sheriff is also headed to a runoff election in November. Incumbent Sheriff Alex Villanueva will be looking for his second term. He'll face former Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna.
The establishment took a hard turn to the far, far left and embraced the whole defund law enforcement. They somehow expected me to join them? They're nuts. Of course not. If I have an opponent in November, they're going to be focused on catering to the political establishment, and that's not going to win the day.
Robert Luna spoke after casting his vote Tuesday morning, but he did not have a public event Tuesday night. While Villanueva focused his campaign on addressing homelessness and violent crime, Luna says he wants to restore trust in the department, which he claims is being mismanaged. Governor Newsom took a big step toward re-election after crushing his challengers. He'll face Republican state lawmaker and farmer Brian Dahle in the November election. When it comes to voter turnout, the numbers are pretty dismal. As expected, in LA County, just about 14% of registered voters cast ballots in the primary. The worst turnout in our area was in San Bernardino County at roughly 10%. For all of California, it was about 16%. Turnout in midterm primaries is usually much lower than in general elections, and political experts say there was no statewide voter initiatives on the ballot, which often drives people to the polls. Be sure to stay with NBC4 for the latest on the primary election. You can see a full list of the primary races and the latest results on NBCLA.com and the NBCLA mobile app. Californians are falling short of water conservation goals, and water officials say that has to change and fast. According to state water officials, cities and towns in the South Coast region, which includes LA, used 25% more water in April compared to the first year of our current drought. Statewide, there was a small decline from March, but it's still far less than what officials say is needed to get through the drought. The most recent drought monitor shows that more than 97% of California is under extreme, severe, or exceptional drought. All right, if you're not a fan of the warm weather, brace yourself. Belinda Leon is tracking the dangerous heat that's heading our way.
The heat wave rolls on, and now we're headed for the hottest part of the week when heat advisories, excessive heat warnings, and excessive heat watches go into effect. The temperatures from Thursday through Saturday are expected to be dangerously hot, highs in these areas ranging between 95 to 105 degrees. That kind of weather can put a lot of stress on our bodies. There's an elevated risk for heat illness, so please take good heat precautions. We have an area of high pressure that's going to be spreading into the west coast, a ridge developing in the jet stream, and that's the reason why the weather is going to be so hot. It's not until early next week when we could see some relief, but until then, we have to continue to practice good heat safety. Stay in the AC, safe outdoor activity for the morning, drink plenty of water to avoid dehydration. If you have to work outside, take breaks in the shade, take care of ourselves and others. Check on the elderly, kids, and pets. Be safe, everyone. We'll get through this together. Back to you.
Victims of the recent mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas, are testifying on Capitol Hill at a hearing about gun laws. That includes a fourth grader who said she covered herself in blood and pretended to be dead during the shooting at her school in Uvalde. Actor Matthew McConaughey is from Uvalde. At the White House Tuesday, he delivered a powerful message with a replica of the green shoes worn by one of the Uvalde massacre's young victims, a 10-year-old girl.
These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that?
The There is growing momentum for Congress to do something about gun violence. Bipartisan negotiators say that they could reach a deal by the end of this week that may include stricter background checks. LA Unified School District is dropping its weekly COVID testing for students and staff. The district says testing will only be required for those experiencing symptoms and for those who have been exposed to the virus. Changes go into effect Monday. Most schools will be on summer break by then. Students and staff at early education and care centers will still be tested weekly through the end of the month. The Angels franchise record losing streak reached 13 games Tuesday night. This is despite the team shaking things up in the dugout. Many were surprised that the team fired manager Joe Maddon. He had been with the club for 3 seasons and is widely regarded as one of the best managers in the game. Maddon says that he was surprised by the move, saying, "Long losing streaks are no fun, but it's tough to point the finger at any one person." Taking over as interim manager is third base coach and Placentia native Phil Nevin. Tuesday was a tough day to be a pro sports coach in SoCal. The WNBA Sparks fired Derek Fisher. He was the team's coach and general manager, so they've got 2 seats to fill. The Sparks have a talented roster, but they're off to a slow start at 5-7. Fisher was in his 4th year with the team. A very special guest took the podium for the LA City College graduation ceremony. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden gave this year's commencement speech. The First Lady has a 30-year background in education. She's also a longtime advocate for higher education and community college.
Never forget what made you who you are, and then you will be ready for wherever you choose to go next.
This was the college's first in-person commencement in 3 years. Your next trip to Target could be a lot cheaper. The company is slashing prices to clear out its huge inventory and to get ready for the fall and holiday shopping seasons. So during the height of the pandemic, Americans spent more money on investments to their homes, like buying big TVs and kitchen appliances. Now that spending trend has faded and Target has a bloated inventory of items that are being marked down. So Target wants to make room for what is now in demand, including groceries, clothes, and makeup products. Fans of the latest Joker film just got their first confirmation that a sequel is in the works. Director Todd Phillips shared the news on Instagram. So he did not share any plot details, but did reveal the movie's title, Joker Folie à Deux. It's a French term which translates to a similar mental disorder affecting 2 or more individuals. Now, in the same post, Phillips included a picture of star Joaquin Phoenix. Phoenix has not officially signed a deal for the sequel, but you can see him checking out the screenplay. Another food delivery option, UberEats is launching a nationwide shipping service. So it actually allows you to order specialty foods from a number of cities, including LA. Shipping will be handled by FedEx. Food will be delivered in about 4 or 5 business days. Customers can place an order through the UberEats app and then track the delivery with FedEx. Taco Bell's Restaurant of the Future is now open, and it's very different than the traditional layout. This one is 2 stories tall and features 4 drive-thrus. Yes, check it out. It's called Taco Bell Defy, and it just opened in Minnesota. The kitchen is housed above the drive-thru lanes. Once the food is done, it travels down a vertical lift to customers. How cool is that? 3 of the 4 lanes will be used for pre-orders and food delivery drivers. The 4th lane will be used for traditional drive-thru customers. Pretty cool. I like it. Welcome to the future of fast food. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.